These days you hear about drones, right? Not just for taking nice holiday photos. Military also using them, big time. These are not your toy drones, confirm. They are serious machines for serious jobs. Flying high sometimes cannot even see, but they are there, doing their work, really changing the game for armies worldwide. Before, soldiers had to go everywhere themselves. Very dangerous, can Kina attack, you know. Now, can send a drone first, check things out. Like having extra eyes in the sky. These eyes don't get tired, don't need sleep. Can stay up there for very long. More and more countries are using them. It's like the new standard almost. This rise of military drones, it happened quite fast. Few years back, not so common, still testing. Now cannot imagine modern army without. They are involved in so many things, from watching the enemy to delivering supplies. Okay, so not all military drones are the same. Got different types for different jobs, you see. First, got the surveillance drones, very common. Their main job is to watch and gather info, like flying spies, but much more high-tech. They carry cameras, special sensors, all that. Fly very high, very quiet, try not to be seen, just collect data, send back to base. Then you got combat drones or UCAVs. UCAV means unmanned combat aerial vehicle. These ones, they are the fighters, can carry weapons, missiles, bombs, things like that, quite serious. So they can find a target and then attack. All controlled from far away, pilot is safe. This type really changes how battles are fought. Can hit targets precisely, they say. Next up, got logistics drones, also important. Maybe not as exciting as the combat ones, but very useful, can save lives also. Their job is to carry supplies, ferry things, like send medicine to soldiers in remote place or deliver ammunition, spare parts, food. So, how these drones actually fly, you wonder? Most of them are remotely piloted, you know, means got a human controlling it somewhere. But the pilot is not sitting inside, quite clever. Pilot is safe in a ground control station, can be thousands of kilometers away even. They see what the drone sees on big screens, like playing a very advanced video game, but real. This remote piloting, it needs good connection, satellite links, radio waves, all that fancy stuff, so the drone can send video back. And the pilot can send commands to the drone, turn left, go up, zoom camera, fire weapon. Latency or delay must be very low. Otherwise, by the time command reach, too late, so the communication tech is super important. But some drones can fly by themselves also. This is called autonomous flight, very smart. You program a flight path, tell it the mission, then it can take off, fly, do its job, and come back. All on its own, no need constant human control. Section 4. What they carry: eyes, ears, and sometimes boom. What these military drones carry, their payload, is very crucial. For surveillance drones, the main thing is sensors. High-resolution cameras, like super sharp eyes. They can see things from miles up in the sky. Day cameras, night vision cameras, infrared too. So they can see heat even in total darkness. This helps find people hiding or vehicles. Information is power, and these drones get lots. Besides cameras, they also carry radar systems. SR, or synthetic aperture radar, is quite powerful. It can see through clouds, dust storms, even some camouflage. It gives a picture of the ground and objects on it. And then there are SIGINT payloads, signals intelligence. These are like electronic ears, listening for signals. Radio communications, enemy radar emissions, all that, helps to understand what the other side is doing. For combat drones, the payload is weapons, of course. Air-to-ground missiles are very common, like the Hellfire missile, often mentioned, designed to hit tanks, vehicles, or buildings precisely. Some can also carry guided bombs, smaller ones. The drone uses its sensors to find the target. Section 5. Why so good to use drones? The upsides many lay. One big advantage, a really big one, is pilot safety. When you send a drone, no human pilot is inside, so if the drone gets shot down or crashes, it's very sad, losing an expensive machine, but no pilot dies. This is a huge deal for any military, you know. Training a pilot costs millions, takes many years, and losing a person is always a tragedy. Drones help reduce this risk a lot. Another plus point is persistent surveillance, means they can stay watching for a very long time. Some big drones can fly for over 24 hours straight. Even 30 or 40 hours, can you believe it? A normal plane with a pilot cannot do that. The pilot needs to rest, the plane needs to refuel. Drones can loiter over an area, just keep watching. This gives a continuous picture of what's happening. Then there's the cost, sometimes it can be cheaper. Okay, some big advanced drones are very expensive. Millions of dollars each, not cheap at all. But compared to a modern fighter jet, still less. Fighter jets can cost tens, even hundreds of millions. And operating costs like fuel and maintenance are also lower. Section 6, the not-so-simple part, ethical worries and rules, how. Now, all this drone technology, very powerful, very useful, but also got some difficult questions, law, ethical issues, legal stuff, not so straightforward. One big concern is about civilian casualties. Drones, especially armed ones, are used for targeted strikes. They try to be precise, hit only the bad guys. But sometimes mistakes happen, innocent people get hurt. This is a very serious problem always. Then there's the issue of accountability, who is responsible? If a drone makes a mistake, who to blame? The remote pilot? The commander who gave the order? What if it's an autonomous drone using AI? If the AI makes a wrong decision, then how? These are tough questions, lawyers and experts are debating. International law for armed conflict is complex. Applying it to drone warfare brings new challenges. Another point people worry about is PlayStation mentality. Because pilots are far away looking at a screen, some say it can feel like playing a video game, might make it easier to make life or death decisions. Desensitizes them to the reality of war perhaps. The military tries to train pilots to understand the consequences. Section 7. Conclusion: drones really change how wars are fought for sure. So, as we have seen these military drones, UAVs, they are not just some passing trend, you know. They have truly become a fundamental part of modern warfare. From small hand-launched ones to big strategic machines, they offer capabilities that were once just science fiction. Eyes in the sky, always watching, always ready, able to reach places and do things previously impossible. It's a massive shift, no doubt about it. The advantages are clear, like we discussed. Keeping pilots safe, providing constant surveillance, offering precision strike options often at lower cost. These benefits are why so many militaries embrace them. They provide an edge, a new way to project power, and to gather intelligence that can save lives. The technology is still evolving very fast too. Future drones will be even smarter, more capable. But of course, with great power comes great responsibility. The ethical and legal questions cannot just ignore, need to have serious discussions, set clear rules. How to use these machines in a way that is right. Minimizing harm to innocent people is paramount.